Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our next video of You Have Beauty Care Choices. Today we're going to be talking about why choose Truth Treatments. Truth Treatments is our fastest growing brand right now. It's a skincare brand that I discovered at a hair show in Vegas. I met the creator, Benjamin Knight Fuchs, and I was just fascinated that he's a pharmacist, he's a cosmetic chemist, he's a nutritionist, and he's created this brand that I feel is probably one of the most superior skincare brands on the market. And it's pricey. It is pricey. That's what a lot of our customers are saying. So I really wanted to have Ben on, and let's talk about why it is and why it's worth it. So today, if you have any questions about Truth Treatments, if you've bought the brand and you've been using it, you need more advice on it, or just skincare questions in general, I invite you to join us, ask your questions, and we'll definitely get some answers from Ben. So welcome, Benjamin Knight Fuchs, coming to us from Colorado, correct?
Hey, Jennifer.
Good
Beautiful
morning.
Denver, Colorado. Hey, we have an echo though. If you could turn your speaker down over back there, I think there's
Sounds
an echo.
Good. I've got to be able to hear you, but at this point, how is that?
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Good. I hear you loud and clear. You look absolutely stunning.
Oh,
Jeff.
you're so sweet. I love these lights. If I could walk around with them all day.
It's definitely your color.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, welcome to You Have Beauty Care Choices. Today we're talking about why choose Truth Treatments. And I really wanted to... Tell me again?
Because it's the truth.
It is the truth. So I want to start the show with my favorite Ben quote. And when I first met Ben, he said, "That which heals the skin also anti-ages the skin." And I love this quote. Coming from a pharmacist, nutritionist, I think that says a lot. What does that mean to you, Ben? And why did you create Truth Treatments?
Well, I'm not a beauty professional. I don't know much about the beauty business, number one. Number two, I'm a guy, so I didn't even have an understanding of the beauty business as a consumer. But I was steeped in the science of healing. Pharmacy is about healing. Now, when we think of medicine, most of us think of drugs.
Yes.
But historically, that has not been the case. Pharmacists have historically made medicine, but they only made drugs beginning in the middle of the 19th century, when the drug industry was born. Prior to that, pharmacists were the experts in how the outside world could interact with the inside world to create therapeutic changes. And historically, food was the medicine. Today, when we think of medicine, we think of drugs. But historically, and also as a pharmacist, when I think of medicine, I think of healing the body. And to me, the most powerful healing substances are going to be substances that have beneficial effects without having toxic effects. See, this is a dream drug. For a drug company, they spend billions and trillions of dollars even looking for substances that will have effects on the body without having toxicity. And they really, for the most part, they don't succeed, because while we have lots of potent stuff in the pharmacy, almost all of it is toxic. Almost all of it is toxic. So to me, a dream medicine is a substance, or even to a drug company, is a substance that works without having toxicity, and that's where nutrition and food come in. So
and that's where you sold me as a pharmacist, Ben, because seriously, I'm not a pill taker. I'm not a pharmacist kind of girl. But your combination with the nutrition side, and I've never heard a pharmacist, and I actually know quite a few pharmacists, I've never heard a ppharmacist really come at it from this natural standpoint of healing and the history that you have on no drugs, or that it really wasn't, pharmacy wasn't drugs back in the day, is I think the foundation of what Truth Treatment speaks about is there's no side effects with Truth Treatments, right?
Yes, it's a dream drug. It's therapeutic and healing without having to worry about toxicity. It's the dream medicine. Now, I have to admit, I'm a rogue pharmacist, but when I got into pharmacy, I didn't get into pharmacy because I liked drugs. I got into pharmacy because I liked healing. Because I liked and when I say liked, I was fascinated by healing. I was fascinated by biochemistry. I was also a weightlifter, so I understood how to build tissue, how to build muscle in my personal life. And I knew when I wanted to get strong, when I wanted to get healthy, I would turn to vitamins. I would turn to minerals. I would turn to supplements. I would turn to amino from food. And this was the 1980s when I was starting to develop these ideas, the late 1970s actually, in the early 1980s when I was developing these ideas. And a lot of factors came into place to kind of blend together to form my general theories and my general principles. One of which I was a weightlifter and I was a bodybuilder, so I was learning about how to build tissue. Another, I was a pharmacist, so I was learning how to interface with the body, with the outside world, with molecules to create changes to the inside world. And then one day I was walking through the School of Pharmacy. I think I've told you this story probably a bunch of times. I was walking through the School of Pharmacy basement, and I was a little frustrated because I was studying drugs, but I wasn't really studying healing like I wanted to. And I smelled this pepperminty smell coming out of one of the rooms. I walked into the lab, and I thought I was in heaven. I was in a lab, a real lab with things bubbling and beakers and Erlenmeyer flasks, and there was a little old man in a white smock and a white coat, and he was tinkering around with his beakers. Turns out that this little old man, who I had chatted up for about half an hour, and I was really fascinated with him, and he liked me. Turns out this little old man was the guy who invented Blistex.
I love this story.
Right?
That's awesome.
Right?
Here's little Ben in the pharmacy creating what we know as Blistex.
Was making, and not just that, he was a famous medicinal chemist, and he had invented a whole bunch of stuff. And my job for the next 4 years, I ended up being his research assistant, and my job for the next 4 years was to make lots of Blistex, was to go to the library and study the lips and study skin and to do testing on ingredients and to do testing on products and to formulate products. One of my jobs was to come in after school, and he would have a stack of formulas that he had typed up on his IBM Selectric, and I would make formulas. I would make his formulas for him, and I would test his formulas, and I learned soup to nuts how you make skincare products. So
that's why your brand looks like chemistry. I love this, because I want to say hi to some guests joining us. Hi, Gonzo. Hi, Deb. Hi, Chris. Hi, Karen. Thank you all for joining us today. Ben, you're getting some great comments out here. A lot of Deb is saying she loves using your products. Ben is saying this guy is excellent. I followed him for a long time. So yeah, great to know. We've got some supporters watching us today. So I love the chemistry look of your brand.
Thank you. Well, the whole point of the brand is that it is medicine for your skin. But the problem with saying that is you have to describe, as we just did, medicine. This is real medicine for the skin without side effects.
Nutrition, right?
Nutritional medicine for the skin, because in my mind, as a nutritionist, as a pharmacist, nutrition is the ultimate medicine. Because
so let's talk about that, Ben. What are your top nutritions in this line? Like, what are we using? What are our active ingredients?
So let me just say this real quickly.
Okay.
When I say nutrition is the best medicine, I want people to understand that when you're sick, say you have heart disease, you don't have a statin deficiency. You have a vitamin C deficiency or a B complex deficiency. When you have acne, you don't have an Accutane deficiency. You have a zinc deficiency and a vitamin A deficiency. When you have
because you don't have statin in your body to have a deficiency of.
This key, using nutrition for the skin, is honoring the body. It's honoring your skin. It's honoring your biochemistry. It's saying, look, the biochemistry of the skin is built such that it heals itself.
Right.
There's molecules in your skin that moisturize. There's molecules in your skin that grow collagen. There's molecules in your skin that build the barrier. Why don't we put those molecules in our products? And yet, and it's not just enough just to put those molecules, you got to put enough of them. The dose is what counts. And that's why, as you'll see with my products, as you know my products, the dose is very important. If you can slather a product on your skin, Jennifer, if you can slather it like this, what is that implicitly saying? It's implicitly saying there's nothing in the product.
Honestly, truthfully, you've hit on something huge. Okay, so when I first got my first products from you, when you introduced me at the hair show, I took home my trifecta, which I think are just two of the three of the hit products we'll talk about. But I wasted them. I'm so used to doing it the way we've all done it, right? 10 pumps and put it all over ourselves. And then I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not going to be able to afford this. And I'm wasting so much. I would wake up the next morning and my hair was all greasy. Like, okay, Jen, you're just way overusing this. So this is the idea of your spoon, right? And we have, for the little emollients, you can't stick your finger in this jar, whoopsie, and take a huge chunk out. What is the proper dose, Ben? We're talking like that, right?
For your face?
For your face.
Too much.
Too much.
Half have that. You don't see, here's the thing, Jennifer. The object of skincare, the object of the truth is to change. That's about right. The object of the truth is not for you to feel product on your skin. It's to change the constituency, the nature, the makeup of the skin. In order to change the constituency, you want to dose. You want the material to get to the cells. See, your skin and your body in general, but your skin specifically for our purposes here today, is made up of two components, two compartments. The compartment we always address is the wrong compartment. And this is why we're not satisfied with our skincare. We're addressing the end result. You see, those two compartments are like raisins in bread. The raisins in the skin are called cells, and the bread in the skin is called stuff. I call it stuff. It's called extracellular matrix. When we treat the skin, we're typically treating the stuff that's extracellular, that's outside the cell. And then we feel the product in the skin. That's the booby prize. What you really want to know is you want to know you're getting your active material to the cells that are making the stuff. And that requires penetration, that requires dosage, and that requires the right molecules. And that's what Truth features. And that's why, by the way, I don't mean to interrupt you here, but you said about, we're talking about expensiveness or expense of the products. They're not expensive when you do the math, because what you're getting in Truth is the cherry of the cherry pie.
This right here is lasting me, I mean, I'm on my second or third month of it. So it's not like, I mean, this is a lot of product. It is going to last so long. Ben, we have Suzanne joining us, and she says, you're the most knowledgeable and generous person in the industry. Thank you, Suzanne, for joining us. We appreciate that very much.
I appreciate it.
So we want to get into, people are asking like the specifics. What do you use and for what? So to me, I have one key question. Is there any product in your line you can't cocktail that you don't recommend putting on together?
They're designed to cocktail.
Okay.
I hadn't heard that term, but that's a beautiful term.
Yes.
They're designed.
It's a beauty term. We cocktail things.
They're designed terms. They are designed to do that. I love the egg and the retinol together. I like the True Transdermal C serum and the retinol together. Everything works better with the mist. The mist, by the way, you have the mist there. The mist is not just water. The mist is electrolytes. Minerals. But not just any minerals. Not just any minerals. Water-soluble minerals. See, minerals... You want to hear that?
Water, right? No water. All active ingredients. No preservatives. We have everything in these products is biogenic to your skin, like he said, natural within your body, all active components that are doing something for you. So this is why your brand is so important for me, because as I have gotten older, I am sensitive to everything. So I find myself reading every single label and going, does it have sunflower in it? Does it have avocado in it? Does it have all these things that might feel good on the skin, but really aren't really anti-aging or actively doing anything, and it can just cause irritation for me, who's so sensitive.
Even worse, what happens when avocado oil sounds lovely, right? Love the term avocado oil, carrot seed oil, grape seed oil.
Yeah.
Ooh, sounds lovely, right? What happens when avocado oil hits the sun? What happens when avocado oil hits oxygen in the air?
It probably goes brown and rotten.
It oxidizes, exactly. Vegetable oils are among the worst things you could ever put on your skin because of their instability. They are unstable to heat, they're unstable to light, they're unstable to oxygen, to air. Even in the factory, when the skincare company buys the avocado oil they're buying is cosmetic grade, not food grade. A cosmetic grade oil is an oil that can no longer be sold as food grade. It's a degraded oil, even before anything's done.
So Ben, I've used a lot of vitamin C products and they go brown. Why doesn't yours go brown?
Because doesn't oxidize. There's no oxygen in there.
Now, is it because the bottle's dark and it hasn't seen sun, or is it?
The dark helps, but even if you took my vitamin C, the vitamin C we use, and you left it out, even in a clear bottle, it wouldn't oxidize because it's fat soluble. It's stabilized. I only use fat soluble vitamin C. Water soluble vitamin C costs $5 a pound. Fat soluble vitamin C costs $500 a pound.
Get this, people. This is the difference. This is the difference in why the cost of the product is because the cost of the ingredients. There's different types of preservatives. There's different types of, all types of stabilizers and different things that they use for products that you can go really cheap and toxic, or you can go really quality and biogenic that your skin can actually respond to. Correct, Ben?
You need to work for me. You need to come work for me. You got this thing down, girl. Here's the ultimate test, Jennifer. And this is what you were alluding to when you first came on. If you can't put your vitamin C product on a cut or a burn or a scrape or your baby's diaper rash or a sunburn or a post-surgical wound or an acne blemish and have it accelerate the healing, it's a baloney product. It's not doing its work. All those products you have right there, those are designed to heal sunburn, diaper rash, cuts and scrapes, shaving abrasions, burns, you name it, because they're growing tissue. I'm not a beauty professional. I'm a tissue growing professional. My job is to help people grow tissue, collagen tissue, connective tissue, skin cells, epithelia, skin barrier. That's what I'm trying to accomplish. And
So
to accomplish it, I've got to get into the cells and I've got to understand what the cells do. And that's what those products are. They're ways of leveraging what the cell needs and what the cell does so you can have healed skin and you can have beautiful skin.
So we have a question, and I know we've talked about this a little bit before, but we have someone who is diabetic on joining us, and she says she loves your products on her face, but what can she use on her body to get the same type of hydration? And that's going to be expensive, right?
What can you got a lot of skin. What can I say?
Start with the inside out, right? Yeah.
It is inside out, and that's so important, Jennifer. I'm in the skincare business. I love formulating. I love my products, but you got to take care of your nutrition. The skin will show what you eat and what you don't eat, both. What you put in and what you don't put in will show up on your skin. And this is really important, Jennifer. On my radio show for the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about how you read the skin to assess what's happening inside the body. So eczema is a sign of something happening in the body. Acne is a sign of something happening in the body. Even, this is very important, Jennifer, what I'm going to say now, even something as benign and as seemingly mild as dry skin is an indicator that you're shortening your life. Something as seemingly trivial and superficial as dry skin is a pointer towards heart disease, towards autoimmunity, towards cancer, towards liver disease, towards diabetes, towards everything we hate about the body, about our condition, our health inside, is being pointed to by something as seemingly cosmetic and superficial as dry skin, which is why I don't consider skincare to be silly. A lot of people think it's a silly thing. It is not a silly thing. It is a major indicator of health, and when you have a skin condition, you want to figure out not how to hide it, not how to suppress it, not how to shut it down, but to respond to what is causing it, how to respond to it at the causal level. Exactly. That's why I'm a nutritionist first.
Right.
All of the products are nutritional products, and I talk about supplements, and I have my radio shows mostly about nutrition, and there's a lot of people who don't even know I do skincare. They just know me as a nutritional person, and I get calls every day from people who have health conditions, and they want nutritional advice that has nothing to do with the skin. This is very important to recognize the internal relationship to skin conditions.
Absolutely. So if we were talking dry skin, though, what are your, if somebody could only, get one product, what's your one product for dry skin?
Can I say a four-letter word? Am I allowed to say a four-letter word?
Yep.
Okay, here's the four-letter word. Fats.
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 I thought it was going to be Fuchs, but that is your last name and 5 letters. So fats, yes.
Fats, 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 fats. And when I say fats, you have to distinguish between good fats and donut fats. When I say fats, we get plenty of potato chip fats. You get plenty of French fry fats. I'm not talking about those kinds of fats.
Right.
I'm talking fats that the cells, not the skin, the cells in the skin can use and can respond to. And that's essential fatty acids, omega-6s especially, but also omega-3s. Omega-6 healing cream features that.
Omega-6 healing cream, this is my favorite product. I will just tell you, it's my top favorite.
Make sure we tell the story before we leave here. That's my favorite product too. And I've formulated 1,000 products in my life, and that's my favorite.
Mine too.
EFAs, essential fatty acids, omega-6s and 3s. I know you're very familiar with those. And then fatty vitamins. Vitamin A especially, but also vitamin D, Vitamin E has a role to play in the skin, and then also fatty minerals. There are some minerals that are handled by the bile system. Now, the internal part of the body that handles fats is the gallbladder, the pancreas, the bile. The bile system is very important for the absorption of zinc and selenium. And these are two very important minerals that play a key role in skin healing.
In body healing.
Immune
system healing, immune system bumping. So all these fat-free diets aren't doing us any help for our anti-aging.
Exactly right. But it has to be the good fats, because a lot of people say, well, I eat plenty of French fries. I get all kinds. No, I'm talking eggs. I'm talking avocados. I'm talking fatty fish.
Your raw vegetable or your raw olive oil, right? Straight on the salads.
Olives are the king of skin foods.
Right.
The king of skin foods.
So I'll talk about because we have a beauty audience, I'll talk about my regimen. I use the trifecta is my daytime regimen, and that is your vitamin C and your hyaluronic and then the mist. And so if I'm doing, this is like the most beautiful, perfect makeup primer. It literally, you put it on your skin, and you might think that you're going to be greasy and not get your mascara or your foundation to spread easily, but it's not the truth. It absorbs so nicely, and it really just provides such even distribution for all of your cosmetics. Now, I can tell you, after using your products, I'm wearing less and less foundation.
That's exactly.
I mean, really, I feel like my skin's glowing in a way that it never has before, and I'm okay with showing my bare skin, so that's kind of exciting too. But so this is my daytime. Then at night, I've got the retinol, and I will do a cocktail. I'll do a tiny bit of retinol, but we're talking a tiny, tiny, tiny bit, because you don't know, these things will go so far. Then I'll do a tiny bit of the vitamin C balm in the evening. It's not the serum in the day, but the balm in the evening. And then I know you're totally laughing at me because this is usually your job, but yeah, I'm kind of taking your job, aren't I, right now? So I'm going to do all three. I'm going to do my omega, I'm going to do my vitamin C balm, and I'm going to do my retinol, and I'm going to mix them all together and put them on my hand. And then I'm going to spray a little bit of my mist to make it really movable and move all through. And then I'm going to put it on my face. So typically though, because I'm using the retinol 5%, I can't put it, if I skip the retinol, I can put it all over my face. If I use the retinol, I have to keep it away from my eyes, because this area gets really sensitive on me. So I'll just keep it more, when I do the retinol, I'll do more down my neck, and I won't waste a drop of this stuff. So even right now where I already have makeup on, I'm still gonna use it all because I don't wanna waste any of it. But so that's my nighttime regimen. Anything that you would suggest differently?
You're doing great, you're doing awesome. But I wanna point out, that's an ideal makeup primer, like you say, we call it the trifecta, the three products.
The trifecta, yes.
Jennifer, listen, when you're putting that on as a primer, you're feeding your skin. That is no mere primer. You're driving vitamin C in the skin for anti-aging, for sun protection, for stimulating more collagen. So in addition to being a makeup primer, I should say in addition to being a nutritional, therapeutic, active ingredient for your skin, it's also a makeup primer. But the real purpose of this these are very functional products.
But it's so important to not be using, to me, why I mention the makeup primer is because it's what's going on raw skin. So if you're using a different makeup primer that does have some of these toxins in, you're really clogging your pores and clogging your skin right off first thing in the morning. So for me to feed my skin before I even go into my cosmetics, it makes my skin, I think, do a lot better throughout the day. By the end of the day, I don't feel so dry and like I need to reapply. It actually really holds my makeup well.
The way you can tell is, number one, you need less and less makeup over time, and number two, eventually you don't need any makeup. That's how you can tell the course of the months and the years. Literally, I was talking, I don't know if you met my makeup artist, Carrie, but she started using products 2 years ago. Her skin is ridiculous.
She is gorgeous, yes.
Gorgeous. No makeup. Yes. No makeup. She's in her 40s. No makeup. Her skin just glows, and that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I don't know that you'll ever get me away from mascara. I'm really addicted to my mascara hair, but my skin products, For sure. I could definitely see using, and lips. I kind of like lips too, but maybe we can come up with a vitamin C lipstick or something for our...
I have a lip plumping gel I'm working on. I'll get it out to you.
Poor Ben. I call Ben, and no matter, he could be at a hair show, whatever, I'm like, Ben, I have an idea. Can you create this? Can you create this? And you're always so generous to take my calls.
No, we're soulmates. We think of we have the same kind of outside the box philosophies. We're always thinking of new ways that we can help people and new ways that we can put products out.
Yeah,
I love
you absolutely are my new best friend of 2019. If I could be as cool as you, I joke that I'm the female, you're the male version of me, because everything you talk about is what I'm interested in. It's all about beauty from the inside out. And I haven't always been this way. I mean, when I started my business, I was much more into the cosmetic kind of beauty side of things. As I've gotten older, I've gotten more sensitive. And I realized that, one, the toxins, the smells, a lot of the ingredients just don't sit with my system as well. Either my immune system is, struggling harder, or just as you get older, certain things just don't work with you as well. So that's why I really think the connection for us, this is exactly what I was looking for. When I went to the hair show looking for new brands, I was like, can I just not find a skincare brand that has nothing but the good stuff in it? Because I don't want to have to read through 25 labels of what I don't know and Google it all to make sure my system can tolerate it. Yours have 5, 6, 7 all active products that seem to work perfectly with the system because they're all biogenic, correct?
They're all already in your skin. I'm thinking like a pharmacist. I don't want any reactions. I don't want any allergenicity, so I'm looking for ingredients that are already in your skin.
Yes.
And so all the ingredients I use are either already in your skin or they're analogous to something that's already in the skin.
Right.
They're either in the skin or analogous to something that's already in the skin.
So on so the only thing I'm not really strong on yet is how to, okay, so wait, before we get into the supplements, I just want to, because I have all this open and out. So we talked about omega for sure for dry skin. For those of us trying to erase some fine lines, what is our number one product?
Combination of retinol and serum and retinol and balm.
Okay.
Now, with retinol, I always encourage people to start off with the 1%.
Okay.
And then acclimate to the 5%. And this is very important, Jennifer. My retinol products are also made with 25% premium fat-soluble vitamin C. So you're getting vitamin A, retinol, and C together. Those retinol products, in addition to lasting you a year, depending on the size you get, are also vitamin C products. So using the retinol balm, 1% or 5%, once or twice a week, even up to 3 times a week. I talked to a gal yesterday who uses it every day, although I don't recommend that.
The 1%, right? We're talking the 1%. Because
and work yourself into the 5.
Right.
Start with work yourself into the 5. The 1 is also good for bumping up your dose midweek. If you do your 5 on Monday and Friday, say, maybe Wednesday you could do a 1. Kind of bump up your dose a little bit. So the 1 serves various purposes, but I designed it as training wheels. For people who either had bad experiences with retinol or whose skin is sensitive, everybody can pretty much use the 1%. But keep in mind, you're also getting 25, there's no other products like this, where you're getting 1% retinol, 5% retinol with 25% vitamin C. That's unheard of.
The dose. Because, and I really can't say that enough. I am, I'm what they call a product whore. I try products a lot, but I can't anymore. But I love products, and I jumped too fast into the 5. I really wanted, I'm like, if the 1 works this good, 5 is going to be amazing. And then the next thing I know, I am getting like some dry patches or a little bit of irritation, and I'm like, okay, I got to cut back on the retinol. So, which is why I started. Not every night do I use this in my nighttime regimen. I only use the 3 probably once a week. Because otherwise I can have a reaction. I probably should back it down to the 1% because I like using it.
Well, hang on, Jeff. Let me tell you this. When you're going to the gym, right, and you're lifting weights or you're on the machines, whatever you're doing, your muscles aren't growing when you're doing your curls. They're growing the next day when you're sitting on your butt watching TV. Growing during the rest period. So understanding, if we're growing tissue, that's what this is about. It's growing tissue. This is weightlifting for your skin, okay? If we're about weightlifting for your skin and growing tissue, we have to learn to leverage and take advantage of the days off. The days off are when the tissue grows. So yeah, I know the tendencies, I want to use it over and over and over again, but you have to give you're looking for the recovery.
Right.
The retinol is just stimulating. It's just turning things on. The recovery is when the collagen grows. It's when the skin, it's when the barrier recovers. And that's what you're looking for. So there's a sweet spot between stimulation and recovery time. And I like people starting off at twice a week, but some people 3 times a week, some people 4 times a week. You're gonna have to see where that sweet spot is for you. Wherever that sweet spot is, you're leveraging, you're taking advantage of the balance between stimulation and rest. I call it extra-rest. And it's this extra rest that accounts for growth. And not just for the skin. The skin is like a hologram, or the body's like a hologram, where the skin is the same as the muscles. It's the same as the connective tissue inside the body. It's the same as the brain. If you want to be really smart, study and then take time off and relax. Do crossword puzzles and then take breaks and watch TV. Learn a new language or a new philosophy or a new musical instrument, and then take vacations and don't do anything. And it's this combination of stress plus rest that makes everything grow. Makes your plants grow, makes your heart grow, makes your soul and your spirit and your mind grow, and it makes your skin grow too.
Absolutely. I love that. That was a beautiful, beautiful way to wrap up the potency of these products. They are very potent. They are a dosage. It is nutritional medicine for your skin. So you need to use the right dose, and it is continually acting on your benefit even when you don't feel it, because it's penetrating the skin. It's going into your skin, and it is continuing to work even when you don't feel it. So it's not like just a lotion that's going over the top of your skin, and when you don't feel it, you feel dry again. No, it's going into your skin, affecting your cells, and actually changing your skin's chemistry. And I really see the difference. So I'm gonna put out, I told you, and we talked about, I've been doing a test on my chest. So my chest was my biggest area. I'm a side sleeper and dry skin. And so I get those chest wrinkles. And I have been using the Omega and the Retinol on my chest faithfully for about 4 months now. And I've got some cessation period photos that I'm gonna release soon. But it is just amazing what it is. It's totally changed my chest wrinkles, the dryness, what looked kind of like thinner skin. It looks a lot more thicker, kind of like that more good plump young look. And then it's also helping take away some of the dark spots. So I've looked long and hard for a product that helps this area, and your products are definitely, I understand Deb, who wants to put them all over her body, because I do too. I want to bathe in them so that it all looks that well. So we're gonna jump in. We're gonna have some time for questions here in just a few minutes, but I just wanna get the understanding. We have the Blemish Repair Complex, we have the Collagen Recovery Complex, and we have the Fulvic Cellular Repair Complex. Who do we prescribe these to? Who are the perfect clients?
Okay, good. So I love the skin, and I have a soft spot in my heart for people who have skin problems, because, you know, it doesn't seem like it's the end of the world, but it can be psychologically debilitating. Absolutely. And of all the psychologically debilitating skin conditions, nothing is more psychologically debilitating than acne.
Yes.
Because it happens mostly to kids. Obviously it happens to adults too, but it happens to people who are psychologically fragile, and it could be life-changingly traumatic for the rest of somebody's life. They can suffer. So I wanted to come out with something. I knew what people needed. I knew acne was a nutritional deficiency, largely. There's a few other things involved, but it's largely a nutritional deficiency. So I started recommending supplements to my acne patients when they would come in, and finally I was like, people would ask me, why don't you just come up with a supplement that has everything we need? And that's what Blemish Repair Complex is. It is everything you need for acne. But because it's nutritional, when you work nutritionally, see, when you work with drugs, you get side effects. But when you work with nutrition, you get beneficial effects. So Blemish Repair Complex is great for hangovers. It's great for people who have liver problems. It's great for, you like that, take it, you know, so you don't get hangovers as readily, or you can drink more alcohol before you catch a buzz, because you're purifying the alcohol more quickly because of the nutrients in the Blemish Repair Complex. Great for people who have liver problems, great for people who have autoimmune problems, great for people who have toxicity issues. And on top of everything else, it is stunningly valuable for people who have acne. It features all of the major skin vitamins, as well as detoxification nutrients and minerals too. zinc, N-acetylcysteine, selenium, vitamin A, vitamin E. It's a selenium, vitamin A, vitamin E. It's a well-rounded detoxification supplement that targets the skin.
So teen girls have a special place in my heart. I do a lot with teen girls. I love doing teen makeovers and talking about hair and skin and talking to moms about how to introduce cosmetics to teens. And I know definitely acne is a huge confidence issue in a lot of teen girls. So the Blemish Repair Complex, I know this is our most popular supplement since we've started selling your brand. This is the one that people are loving or are really reaching out for. But you're saying this would be a great start to parents before they start taking their kid to the dermatologist and putting them on all of these chemicals that are really having huge side effects. We should start with this, right?
A must. It's a must. Even if you're on medication, your medication will work more effectively and you'll detox the medication more readily. You know, when you take medicine, your body has to detox from it.
Right.
You'll detox medicine you're taking, your medicine will work more effectively if you use the Blemish Repair Complex with your tetracycline, with your erythromycin, with your adapalene, etc. So I recommend that instead of prescription drugs. But even if you're on prescription drugs, the Blemish Repair Complex will make your drugs work better.
Wow. Awesome. And maybe cure a hangover just because New Year's is coming up. You know, we'll just drop that one in there, your liver detox. Now the fulvic cellular repair. Who would get benefit most from this?
Is that you said the fulvic?
Yes.
I didn't hear what you said.
Yes.
The fulvic is for everything. It's minerals that should be in the soil and that should be in the vegetables. See, the foundation of everything is minerals, but not just minerals. Electrified elements. Under ordinary circumstances, the earth is transformed into electrified elements that are in the soil by bacteria. And those electrified elements make the plants grow. Those electrified elements actually act as delivery aids for nutrients into the plant cells. And those electrified elements are deficient in the soils because they're water soluble, they get rinsed out, especially because of toxicity in the water, acid rain, etc., over farming. So many of us are running deficient in these electrified elements.
This
the
is
electrified elements.
Yeah, go ahead.
For everything, for healing, for hair, for nails, for acne, for eczema, for energy levels, for absolutely everything. It's a foundational nutritional supplement that all the other systems of the body depend on.
Now, can we cocktail? Is it worth it?
Yes.
Yes.
Heck yes. I've been taking all three of those, 4 or 5 a day of all three of those. I only recommend 3 a day, by the way. But I've been taking extra for years.
Okay.
For going 5 years now since I formulated them.
So I love that we've all heard this through the news for years. We're buying organic products because of even our rain is having some chemicals and our soils are getting depleted and we are needing to re-energize we're just not getting enough from the foods we eat. Unfortunately,
right.
Just our foods aren't as dense in minerals as they used to because our soils aren't. So these are amazing ways. So let's jump really quick to the collagen one so that we have each one. What is this one?
The body is made up of 4 types of stuff, okay? The key, I'm not even going to mention them, they're called tissues, the 4 tissues. Epithelial tissue, neural tissue, nerve tissue, muscle tissue, and then the bulk of the body is made up of something that when this deteriorates, we look old. When this deteriorates, we get wrinkles. When this deteriorates, we get heart disease, we get osteoporosis. When this deteriorates, we get cancer. When this deteriorates, we get fibromyalgia. When this deteriorates, all the things we hate about getting old begin to accrue. This stuff is called connective tissue, and it is the very essence of anti-aging, the connective tissue. We will look as strong and as youthful as our connective tissue is. So anything you could do to build connective tissue is in your anti-aging interests. All my Truth products are designed to build connective tissue. My Truth topical products, vitamin C, vitamin A, build connective tissue. I'm always focusing on building the connective tissue. The Collagen Recovery Complex does just that. It's a connective tissue building supplement, collagen being the key component of connective tissue. That makes it, check this out, Jennifer, that makes it not just important for anti-aging, not just important for wrinkles and making your skin look good, it makes it important for arthritis, it makes it important for preventing hernias and prolapses, it makes it important for post-surgical and pre-surgery and post-surgical recovery, it makes it important for every single marker of health from beauty to cancer to heart disease to bone strength to the vitality and energy that you have to do your day-to-day life. It is the very essence of an anti-aging supplement, and connective tissue is building connective tissue is the very essence of anti-aging.
So we take it full circle back to where we started. That which heals the skin also anti-ages the skin. And so you need to take collagen internally for it to actually build, right? There's no topical.
That's not collagen.
Okay.
That's collagen. Oh. That is collagen. There's a little bit of collagen in there actually, but that is collagen stimulating substances.
Okay.
That is micronutrients that turn on the collagen making machinery.
Which is such an important distinction because the body doesn't just accept collagen, right?
Yes.
I mean, you have to trigger rebuilding collagen in your body.
Your collagen.
Right.
Now, to a certain extent, when you eat collagen, you get the building blocks. That's true. But you still need the micronutrients to facilitate your own collagen synthesis. Vitamin C, glucosamine, zinc, copper, sulfur. These are all elements that you find in the collagen recovery complex that turn on the fibroblasts, that is the cells that make the collagen. So not only will you get collagen here, you're going to get collagen in your joints. You're going to get more collagen in your heart. You know, your heart sits on a framework of collagen. And when that collagen breaks down, your heart doesn't work as well. Your blood vessels are made of collagen. When the collagen in your blood vessels break down, your body will send cholesterol like a Band-Aid, and that will clog your arteries.
All your joints, your muscles, you're moving, everything just to keep it moving, keep it flowing. Hi, Patty. Thanks for joining us. Let's see if we have any questions coming in. Ben, you are just a wealth of information. I love speaking to you. I think we had a few more questions. We're getting a couple up right now. Anything else we need to touch base on to tell our customers? Seems like you're just getting a lot of love and not a lot of questions because you answer questions so well. Joan is saying she loves you. Thank you so much for joining us. But what else should we wrap up with? What did we miss that we need to tell everybody?
A couple of things. I do a daily radio show, which you've been on, and I want you back on. It's called The Bright Side.
The Bright Side.
Bright Side, because I was sick of all the negativity that was out there. I wanted people to be excited to be in a body, excited to thrive, excited to look healthy and to feel healthy and have energy. There's so many good things in the world.
The Bright Side podcast, you can find it out on Apple, any of the podcast stations. Just Google the Bright Side. He speaks very in-depth health, nutrition, and topical stuff too, but it is very much from his pharmacist nutrition background, and I love the topics, a lot of women's issues. I was a guest on the show. Very informative, Ben. We thank you so much for all the knowledge. Where else can people touch base?
If you just Google Pharmacist Ben, that's my little nickname. That's what they gave me. So if you just Google Pharmacist Ben and skin, or Pharmacist Ben and supplements, or whatever, Pharmacist Ben and anything, you'll get all kinds of videos. You'll be sick of seeing me. I started doing videos and taking care of the internet and taking advantage of the internet in 2011. So we got 9 years of all kinds of information, YouTube videos and interviews and my radio program and I have a blog. I've got several blogs actually. So if you just look up Pharmacist Ben, you'll get a bunch of good hits. And I'm dedicated to people's beauty. I'm dedicated to people's health. I will spend every breathing, waking moment of my life till the day I drop dead screaming that we don't have to be sick. We don't have to be falling apart, that through the divine force and the divine intelligence that's built into all of us, we can be healthy and strong and beautiful for 80, 90, 100, 120 years. And that's my goal, is that everybody can maximize their longevity and genetic lifespan, built-in genetic lifespan.
So if you want that kind of energy, that kind of vitality, that type of promotion, we need to be taking our vitamins so we can all have Ben's energy and inspiration on just positivity. You spread so much light. We thank you so much, Ben, for joining us today. I think Robin had a question, what vitamin C should we look for in the product? But I think we did cover that. Any other specifics on your vitamin C? Yeah,
the two major kinds of vitamin C that you're looking for are mouthfuls. So I always hesitate to say the names because they're really hard to say, but ascorbyl, and that ends YL, ascorbyl palmitate, and ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate. And those are the two major forms of vitamin C that you're looking for. But I just call them fat-soluble vitamin C, and look for them in high concentrations. We have almost 80% fat-soluble vitamin C in some of our products.
And that really is the difference. That is what you're paying for when you want to know why you should invest in your skincare. I think Ben has told us a bunch about why we should invest in our skincare. It is from the inside out. Thank you, Ben. We will look forward to talking to you soon. Everybody look for Pharmacist Ben out there. Go Google him for all of this great information. He's got so much information that we can all learn so much from. And we'll look forward to having you back soon, because I know we've got some new stuff coming out that we'll want to talk about again.
Thank you, Jennifer. Bye.
Bye-bye. Wasn't he great? He has so much energy, so much information. I am just obsessed with the whole nutritional concept of nutritional skincare, beauty from the inside out. And we all know this, that as soon as you're tired or you're not feeling well, people notice it in their face. So that is the big difference. True Treatment products, very high concentrations. When you look at the active ingredients, it's not 5%. It's all active ingredients. It's all good for you. It's all doing something, and that's why it's in there. If it wasn't doing anything, it doesn't need to be in there, because usually our body just will end up having side effects from it at some point. So if you want to try True Treatment Systems, we have a sample pack that we are selling on the website for $50 at this point, and it's a great deal because it's a newly formulated sample pack. It has the cute little spoon. It has your hyaluronic mist, because this mist is actually what is other side. The mist is what is needed for all the products. It just gives that extra drive into the skin. But really, I keep this in my purse. It is such a great refresher. So it has your mist, it has your vitamin C, and then your 3 emollients to try. And then if that would be your nighttime routine. And then if you just wanted to try the first 3 products, the trifecta, which is probably our best seller, he just came out with the trifecta mini. So the picture that we're showing, the trifecta mini is available now on the website. So this one, I believe they're like $69, but it's a great just introductory to just see. And just remember, these are gonna last a long time. We appreciate you tuning in, everybody. Bye for now. Have a good day.